It's an uncomfortable fact that most of the altcoins will never regain their all-time highs. That means that some of the biggest winners of the next bull market will be projects that are either brand new or that haven't even been released yet. A good example from last bull market was Solana, which came out of nowhere to become one of the largest cryptocurrencies by market cap. It's more than likely that something like that will happen again. New projects will emerge, and the list of top cryptocurrencies by market cap could look very different in a few years or even a few months' time. And in fact, 3 new projects have recently appeared on that list. In today's video, we're going to take a look at them, examine where they came from, and what they're all about. Whether they'll be among the winners when the next bull market returns is impossible to say, but they've certainly been attracting a lot of attention, and it's time to see what all the fuss is about. And I'm sure you know by now, but none of this is financial or investment advice. So with that out the way, let's get into it, shall we? First up is the big newcomer to the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap, Altcoin. Before I get into the reasons behind TON's surge in price, it's important to understand what the project is all about. TON is the native cryptocurrency of the Open Network, or TON. Now, some of you might remember this project originally set out to conduct an ICO way back in 2019, but it was stopped in its tracks by, who else? Our friends at the SEC. The idea was to create and send crypto within a chat, and thereby monetize the Telegram messaging app. Not too dissimilar to Elon Musk's plans for X. The SEC party poopers alleged that grams the project wanted to issue were securities, and well, it was game over. After that, the project was taken over by TON Foundation. This decentralized community was set up by Anatoly Mazukov and Kirill Emelianenko, 2 developers who first crossed paths and performed very well at programming competitions hosted by Telegram itself. So what's TON all about? Well, it's a decentralized layer 1 blockchain that is designed to handle the needs of millions of users. One of its key attributes is the fact that it can verify and process a staggering amount of transactions per second. Its native token, TON, can be used to pay for services that exist across the TON ecosystem, including TON storage, TON proxy, which is basically a decentralized VPN service, and even a TON naming system. So why the recent spike in interest? Well, it's all thanks to some groundbreaking news from the Token 2049 conference in Singapore. Telegram, with its user base of about 800 million, launched TON Space, a self-custodial digital wallet. The aim is to allow users to store, send, and receive cryptocurrencies, plus interact with all different kinds of dApps. Though it's in beta right now, they're preparing for a global rollout in November. Well, global except for the US and a few other countries. The TON network has also revealed that projects built on TON will get priority access to Telegram's advertising platform, Telegram Ads. I'd like to point out that TON's code is open source and accessible for anyone to view on GitHub. I'll leave a link to that programming resource in the description of this video. After having a look through some of the public projects that TON developers are working on, there are a few that stood out for me, including TON Legend Nano app and a sample code for a stablecoin contract. Interesting. As TON Space prepares for its global rollout in November, its potential impact on TONcoin and the broader TON ecosystem will be worth keeping an eye on. TON has certainly made waves, breaking into the top 10 cryptos by market cap, but a word of caution. As our good friend Rob from Digital Asset News and others have pointed out, 85% of TON supply is controlled by just 50 wallets. Now, to be fair, there are many cryptos that have similar or worse levels of concentration than this, but it's worth remembering all the same. By the way, guys, if you are interested in trading any of these cryptos, then you should make sure you're doing so on a secure and reputable exchange, and ideally not paying through the nose when you're doing so. The Columbia Deals page has some amazing fee discounts at some of the top exchanges, as well as up to $40,000 in airdrops and bonuses there too. You can also get discounts on top hardware wallets to store your crypto securely. The link is in the description. And now, on with the show. MANTLE is a new project that we have barely mentioned on the channel so far, given that it has been described as, and I quote, the brainchild designed to scale Ethereum's capabilities to new highs. and has significant financial backing, we thought it was worth taking a deeper look into the MANTLE network, especially since it's currently sitting inside the top 40 cryptos by market cap. If MANTLE sounds unfamiliar, its previous incarnation may ring a bell. MANTLE was previously known as BitDAO until a governance vote in May 2023 confirmed that BitDAO would migrate Bit tokens and rebrand to a layer 2 called MANTLE. BitDAO was formerly one of the world's largest DAO treasuries, with $2.5 billion in assets under management, according to CoinGecko. And to say that BitDAO had a strong founding team would be an understatement. BitDAO's first fundraising round in 2021 was led by billionaire entrepreneur and VC Peter Thiel in partnership with Bybit, one of the leading crypto exchanges. So, in an ecosystem already brimming with L2 solutions, where does MANTLE fit in? Well, MANTLE is compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine and seems to be targeting the Web3 gaming sector. Recognizing the promising prospects of MANTLE, the BitDAO community allocated $200 million from their reserves for the creation of the MANTLE Eco Fund. This fund serves a dual purpose, not only to provide financial backing, but also to encourage strategic partnerships for initiatives looking to build on the MANTLE network. As a BitDAO incubated project, MANTLE has inherited some really strong connections and experience in the sector from fellow BitDAO initiatives, such as Game 7 and Hyperplay. Since the MANTLE mainnet went live in July 2023 at ECC Paris, the network has not been shy in welcoming new developer talent. MANTLE co-hosted in Sozo House a hackathon with guest speakers from Izumi Finance, NorSwap, and ZKMe. One recent partnership that really caught my eye was with the data indexer Subquery. This partnership was announced on the 21st of September, allowing developers access to faster and more efficient data. As Marta Adamarczyk, technology evangelist at Subquery, stated, and I quote, "Developers can now benefit from Subquery's fast, flexible, and open indexing solution to help them scale." So MANTLE could really well be in a build in a bear market phase, setting up to acquire some market share from the current Layer 2 landscape. Outside of its affiliation with Bybit, MANTLE's MNT token doesn't have much exchange support. You can find it on Uniswap, Gate.io, HDX, formerly Huobi, and a few others, including, of course, Bybit. At the time of shooting this video, the token is priced at $0.39, having declined steadily from the all-time high of $0.59 in July 2023, just after MANTLE's mainnet launch. Competition in the Ethereum Layer 2 space is steadily hotting up, with established players like Polygon increasingly being challenged by relative newcomers like Arbitrum and Optimism, and now MANTLE. If MANTLE is indeed looking to nail down the Web3 gaming space, then it faces some stiff competition from the likes of Immutable X, another Layer 2 aimed at hosting gaming dApps. L2 will likely figure highly in the next bull market, so it's a crypto niche to watch closely. Last but not least, let's talk about KASPA. That's KASPA with a K, ticker KAS, rather than KASPA Network. Now, there's a lot of buzz around KASPA at the moment, particularly since KAS reached its all-time high on the 20th of September. Since the start of the year, the coin has grown 10x and has jumped from 239th spot by market cap to 207th at the time of shooting. What's odd is that CoinGecko has KASPA ranked at a much more eye-opening 44th by market cap. CMC and CoinGecko do have different ranking criteria, which means there are a few discrepancies like this between the two sites. Anyway, KASPA was founded in 2021 by Yotan Somolowski, a former Harvard student and one of the researchers involved in the development of Ethereum's GhostDAG protocol. We don't need to go into the GhostDAG here, but the short of it is that it can improve scalability in proof-of-work projects. KASPA boasts of being completely open source with no central governance or profit-oriented framework. Moreover, the coin was fair launched on the 7th of November 2021 without a pre-mine or any other pre-launch allocation of coins. According to its website, KASPA stands out by offering a comprehensive solution to the blockchain trilemma, balancing security, decentralization, and scalability without sacrificing any of those crucial aspects. KASPA is built on the Nakamoto consensus, which is a security protocol used by Bitcoin. The project is emphatically open source, and it operates in a decentralized manner through a community of developers and researchers, rather than a company or foundation. Most notably, it employs block DAG technology, which enhances scalability and also accelerates transaction processing, achieving an impressive speed of 1 block per second, the first proof of work cryptocurrency to do so. So, what accounts for the recent price surge? According to Tech Report, the latest rise is due to a recent crowdfunding campaign, during which the project managed to raise $30,000 in USDT and cash contributions in an effort to get CAS listed on a top tier exchange. But it's also true that momentum really begets momentum, and when KASPA got close to and reached its all-time high, more and more people started to pay attention. The question remains, where does it go from here? Now, just remember, folks, while these projects have been attracting attention recently and have, in the case of TON and KASPA, seen some pretty big gains, that doesn't necessarily mean they're massive gains in the future. They all have competition and they'll all face big challenges on the road ahead. Be sure to do your own research on them and decide for yourself whether they have potential or not. And that's about it for me today, but tell me, what do you think about these projects? Are you bullish or are you bearish on them? Which altcoins are you looking at right now and why? Before you go, don't forget that I had our deals page that I mentioned earlier, where you can find the very best promos and discounts in the description below. You can also support us by following our socials and by liking and subscribing. The links to our deals page and socials is in the description below. That's it. Thank you for watching. My name is Jessica. See you next time.